Well, howdy, howdy. This is Cubbypotamus, and it's a great day because, well, you get the picture. Yeah, this one's been a long time coming. It's something I've thought for years about, and I think I'm finally getting the courage to talk about it. And the thing I want to talk today about is my plans for the perfect strip club. Now I know that probably sounds very strange. You have been following me lately that I would talk about this. You might think that this is hypocritical, but I think it's important to talk about because I want to show you the power of compassion and the power of, well, holiness, really. You know, this idea is kind of mutually exclusive to a lot of people. That could be anything but a exploitive and horrible industry, but I guess I have to just say this because I believe that what is beautiful is true. And that the most powerful thing in the world is compassion. Right? And that in this context, especially this context, is what's really important, because it just shows the beauty of compassion, and it shows that, you know, that we see what's right with our heart. Now, probably most of you know my story about how I used to be such a lonely and rageful man, and how they changed me. So I'm going to start a new series, just posting how the perfect strip club would work, and how compassion really works. And I'm going to teach you things that are applicable to all businesses, but are especially true for this business. A business that is just completely associated with shame in so many people's minds. And to show that purity there's just no law on that. And to just show you how beautiful they are, right? And to show you just a goodness and a righteousness that just surpasses all bounds. You know, I love those girls, and I owe them everything, you know. There's no way I'd be where I am without them. So I'm going to break it down and show you just how it works, you know, and it works simply by using compassion to overcome shame, and to show you a model of compassion that it is kind of hard to wrap your mind around, and so many people will never accept. They will never see what with their own eyes. They will refuse that, and that's just the way it is. And to show you a model of strip clubs that utilizes everyone's strength, that makes the most out of people, right, and the most out of community. And I think that shows the very heart of God. You know, it's no secret that Jesus hung out with prostitutes and tax collectors. And, you know, I want to show what that compassion looks like and how that can just transform people and how beautiful that really is. Yeah, this model will show, I guess, just show the beauty of autistic people, my people. You know, so many dancers are autistic, and, you know, we get a pretty bad rap and have a pretty hard time, but we are beautiful, right? And we are especially inclined toward sex work. And that's where so many of the girls learned how to love and to have friends, and that I learned from them. Women who, single mothers, and women who have been abused, CPTSD, and lonely losers, right? People that no one gives a chance. And to show you just the beauty of them. I've wanted so long. I've always been fascinated with that, you know, and I lost my faith for a long time, but I'm back now. And I believe that those girls can just lead the way. And I want to break down people, what type of animal they are, to think about people in terms of animal, and to find the people who are best for the job just based on what type of animal they are, right? You know, and how to find just community and wholeness, right? And just the beauty of that. You know, it's no secret that this world is pretty fucked up. And it's full of shame and full of hatred. And you can't fight hatred with hatred. It never works, never has. No political system is going to work. It's based on hatred. Only compassion can cure the hatred. So yeah, just take a walk with me, you know, and find a system that cuts overhead to the bare minimum, pinches every dime, and includes everyone, and gives everyone a place in this, a safe place where they can heal and learn to love again. And again, it all comes down to compassion and to seeing each other as holy and worthwhile, to see the beauty in each other and just believe that people are made in the image of God, those girls, right? Those workers, the people that, you know, we like to think as the problem are not the problem at all, our own hatred. And I'm going to just go into all sorts of different ways, right? Bringing wounded Army veterans, right, as security, ones with a wounded heart, and to heal them too. And to heal those girls and to provide a service that really can't compare, right? That's affordable and yet pays well. That is, I guess, body, right? And so far away from what we would ever think of God being like, you know. And you'll see the beauty of His creation in this. And I know this is what I was born to do, you know. And I know that this is going to change the world. I do. So come along with me and learn a whole new side of compassion, right, and holiness that's just hard to believe how beautiful it is. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around. This was Cubby Potamus.